All right, now to a story that many of you have been interested in. We discussed yesterday with Judith Collins, who was on yesterday, but she joins us again now. She did tell us that the decision of the Privileges Committee on issues around the Maori Party would be made and presented or announced by the Privileges Committee yesterday, be considered by the House today. And for an update on this, Judith Collins joins us now. Minister, thank you for your time. What is it that the Privileges Committee has decided to do by way of sanction or punishment for those Maori Party MPs?
Oh, well, good morning, Sean. So first off, it's a majority decision of the committee, and that decision is that the MPs, Rari Waititi and Debbie Ngariupaka should be suspended from the House for 21 days. What that means is it's a suspension of pay as well as not being able to enter the debating chamber.
Oh, so their pay is docked as well, because I think many people were unaware of this.
Oh, yes, no, it's a very serious
So
sanction.
that is 3 weeks of a normal working week or 21 sitting days?
No, 21 days to 3 weeks for normal, 3 weeks, just normal calendar weeks. And that Ms. Maipi Clark, she is suspended for 7 days. So it's
without pay?
These are serious sections. Without pay, yeah.
Without pay. Okay, why did she get less?
Soon as someone's suspension. Well, because there was a degree of contrition shown, her apology to the Speaker the day after this occurred. There was some, but the apology was for causing him to be in a difficult position rather than what she did. But there was also the fact that she was clearly the least experienced of all the MPs, and that the other two MPs, party leaders co-leaders who have been in Parliament for 5 years. So it's a significantly different situation.
Did, in reaching that decision, the committee consider the uncooperative nature of these MPs as the committee considered the issue?
Well, we didn't really, and the point is that we were dealing with the actions on the day. If the MPs had made themselves available like Mr. Penny Henare did when he was on that day, his actions on that day, then we could have heard from them about the what we saw as a finger gun sign from Ms. Ngariupaka twice at the ACT MPs. We could have heard an explanation. We could have, but they chose instead to write to us, and we also wanted to talk to them about the level of premeditation. But it did become apparent that from comments made by Ms. Maipi Clark to the media, the level that there was obviously premeditation.
I hate to tell you, Ms. Collins, but on social media yesterday, the Maori Party were politicising this decision, publishing a post on X that said, "Tangata whenua resist colonial powers, reach for the maximum penalty. This is a warning shot for all of us to fall in line. E kore rawa mato e tui," whatever that means. Toi tu te treaty.
Yes.
That hardly seems to be a genuine acceptance of the sanction that is being imposed on them.
Well, I think it's telling that we did not bother to ask for or to require an apology, because it was very clear one was not going to be forthcoming. So I think the 3 weeks to cool their heels and to consider this behaviour might be more helpful. But also it's a very strong signal to other MPs in Parliament that understanding orders from 92 to 95 as standing orders, there are some pretty severe penalties that are open to the Speaker without even going to the Privileges Committee for certain behaviours, including refusing to leave the House when he's ordered to do so. That's the sort of penalty that leads to a member being suspended for the rest of the calendar year, which means no pay for a calendar year.
Are these penalties cumulative? In other words,
no.
If these same MPs were to come back on a similar thing, would you consider the fact that they'd already been pinged once and shown no remorse?
Well, that would be up to the committee, but I haven't seen this sort of behaviour ever in Parliament. I don't think anybody has. We've never seen this level of interruption of voting and people's rights to be able to cast their votes. We've never seen this behaviour. We hope to never see it again. If we do, I expect the Privileges Committee will take it very seriously as well.
I would say any observer looking at their response on social media and their attitude now that the sanction has been announced, I hate to say it, I think the committee will have more work to do with them. There is no remorse here. There is no modification of behaviour.
Well, the thing is this has taken 6 months. It's taken 6 months because of various attempts to engage meaningfully with the 3 members of Parliament. And I expect that should this ever come up in the future, and I hope it doesn't, but if it does, we'll deal with it again then.
Well,
and I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah, I'd put money on the fact that it will. Look, as I have you here, and it is, if you like, the issue of the day, there were I thought quite remarkable, and I've watched Parliament for a while, quite remarkable scenes in question time yesterday, and I will say personally, I think one of the strongest and most admirable stands by an MP, man or woman, that I've ever seen in the debating chamber. What did you make as a fellow parliamentarian of Brooke Van Velden's and what happened yesterday?